Oh, love it. Gotta love it when stream is just gonna be like, nah. Or my PC is just gonna be like, nah. Which, I don't know why. I think I might have to stick to windowed mode on my or on the game. Cause yeah, it did that earlier today as well, where it crashed as I was messing around with the settings and then reloading or alt-tabbing back into the game. Maybe it just really doesn't like the alt-tabbing back and forth. We'll have to find out. Well, let's get the game settings back up and running. But yes, at least it didn't crash during a run, at least. That's the big benefit. Let me move some stuff around. Live split back up. Settings, the graphics, windowed, not that. Okay. Or maybe I should do... Should I do... borderless? No, we're just gonna do a window. Yeah, we're just gonna do... Alright, let's... reset. Make you teeny tiny. Get everything back in order, and then we'll do another run. And hopefully this run won't be filled with that stupid glitch again. Hopefully that it won't be filled with that stupid glitch again. Ugh, man. Okay. Well, hopefully that won't happen again. And just to double check that it didn't also ruin my alerts again. Okay, it's working. It's working. Okay. Ay, yay. Oh, what a fun time. Okay, let's stop lollygagging now that everything should cease. Didn't need that kind of test. I appreciate the 1,000 bits. Yeah, I have no idea. That happened once as I was setting things up today. And yeah, I just don't think the game likes being fully alt-tabbed out of when it's in full screen mode. Yeah, that happened once earlier and it crashed the whole PC. Now it did it again. So hopefully it won't do that in the middle of the run. All right, let's get to it. In 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Let's not have bad times happen again. Ay, ay. And now, my PC's gonna do that. I have some free PC cleaning tools and stuff, like malware cleaners and CCleaner and antivirus stuff, and they just love to have pop-ups in the bottom right corner of the screen. It's very annoying. I should probably pay for those services at some point. But they offer a free version, and that's what I've done forever. Just dealt with the annoyance. Okay. Triangle. X. Yeah, I have no idea. That's strange that it crashed my whole PC. Not once, but twice today. Like I can hear things operating, but just won't let me do anything. Quit staring me down and punch me. Yeah. Now I need to get back to the feel of perfect guarding in this game. Always takes me a bit to get reacclimated to the timing of this game. Beating the tutorial fight. Equipping the Tenacious Fist skill that we just unlocked. So we'll be using it non-stop for the first 3 chapters of the run, basically. And making our way down. In fact, we will have to use the Tenacious Fist a lot in the upcoming chapter. Or in the rest of this chapter. Especially in the next fight, where we are forced to use that skill and only that skill to finish the fight. And hopefully I don't get the dang bug that I've been getting. It's been like 50-50 recently of me getting the bug where the tutorial enemies have more HP than they're supposed to. It's a very annoying bug. And I just want to get out of the first couple chapters. Oh. I don't know why I manually measured that. Nope, and it's a bust. Got the bug again. We got the bug again. Come on. Why does that happen so often? Unless I was wrong and I just targeted the wrong enemy. I think I might have just targeted the wrong enemy that time. I think I just targeted the wrong enemy that time. 3, 2, 1, go. I might have just targeted the wrong enemy because I was weirdly... I didn't do the fast menu. I set up a shortcut and I just manually menued in Tenacious Fist. Just throwing off all my muscle memory. I think that was a high damage roll, and a high damage roll would have even killed the biggest HP enemy. Back to the chase again. Yeah, my PS5 controller should not have the same issue that my PS4 controller was having last time with disconnecting. Should definitely not have that, because this connection is very tight. That connection is not going anywhere, no matter how much I'm wildly mashing the controller. It's a bug that happens early in the run instead of midway. Yes. At the very least, it's that. And be thankful for it happening within the first 5 minutes of the run. Still very strange. It's a bug that like I only encountered on PS5 like one time. But on PC I've been having it like 50%. Come on, punch me. Good, 3 turns in a row. And place. Skip 3 cutscenes. Equip our thing. And then back to it. God, that was since seeing that prompt for your personality stats, or you, as you're going through the game, you can get boosts to your passion, your kindness, your charisma, etc. in this game. Very akin to Persona. And I in between last run and this run, I tried, I wanted to understand the routing we have, because there are 3 stats that we need to get up. 3 personality stats that we get to a certain level. Get passion to full, or not passion. Style to 4. I can't remember the other one before. What the fuck? What the fuck? Bug happened again. Yeah, I wanted to understand how our personality stat routing went. So I took a look at what our options were for that early in the game to get those up. And I'm just like, yep, we basically select. It works out quite conveniently in our favor. Maybe dropping to just high. Shouldn't need VSync? I don't know. Ugh, I don't know why that bug keeps happening. 3, 2, 1, go. I would really like to get a run off the ground sometime today. And by sometime today, I mean like if I don't get a run started in the next like 30 minutes or so, I'm just not going to be able to do a run today because I got other stuff that I need to be doing. I wanted to start like an hour ago, and then I had the first crash on my PC, and we started our runs, and then we had another crash on the PC. That's the downside of a run this long. Is if you don't get it started off the ground at some point, it's just like you're not going to have enough time to just do a run. Which is why I really only have the time to do these on the weekend. And normally this bug doesn't happen so often. Super Mario Bros. Warps. Yeah, the run itself is only 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes full of frame perfect, pixel perfect inputting. Easy. Good, I outsped him. Which means we don't have to wait for him to stare us down. No, just please don't. Oh, we have such low damage. Oh, that barely. That must have been like a perfect HP kill. Because he had way too much HP. Our damage rolls were very low. Yep. And then I lost that time because I forgot how to menu. Ah. Okay. Just let me have the second tutorial fight not be glitched. For once. Or maybe I'll just try targeting the right enemy first instead. It's confidence. Confidence, charisma, and style are the 3 personality traits that we want. That we need confidence and style to level 4, and we need charisma to level 3. And there's just a lot of convenient things that we can do very early on in the game that get us just enough to reach those levels. Okay, let's hit the enemy on the right first. Maybe that'll fix it. Okay, he went down in 1. Really? Oh. Well, at least we're out of there. God dang it. High damage roll and stun was wasted on that enemy, though. Yeah, it was a little slow. And then I get the crit. Ichi. Ichi, please. I get the mid damage roll in between the 2 times where I wanted the high damage roll, and I actually got it. Dang it, RNG. How dare you? All right, Hiratsuka. Good stun, low damage, but that stun's fine. And then, okay, well, you're saving it now, Ichi. You're saving it now. Okay. Looks like we're getting somewhere in this run finally. Now I just have to hope for no fight spawns. Don't see any visible. What about the mini-map? Okay, they're off to the left. That's good. Are we gonna get good fight spawns? Yes, we are. Awesome. Awesome. No fight spawns in our way here. Good start. Lots and lots of cutscenes to skip and before we make that run again. But this time with no enemy spawns because we have a friend standing behind or walking with us. And that friend just so happens to despawn all enemies. It's great. Alright, not much left. Just 2 fights remaining. That shouldn't cost us much time at all, even if they go terribly wrong. So, should be good to go. At the very least, to get into Chapter 2. Where hopefully won't lose much time there either. Alright, aim for the guy with the purse. Actually, I think a regular attack kills. It does. Just to save a little bit of time. Nice stuff. That was a beautiful fight. One fight remaining. That is very low odds of going wrong, so we should have a good chapter 1. Just hopefully don't have a fight spawn in our way later. Come on. Ichi, stop running away from them and hit them. Getting a lot of crits from Ichi early in the game. Which is interesting. Good. Oh, we just have one little run to make, and we'll be out of chapter 1, and this will be a good chapter 1. Provided we don't run into any enemies. There's one. Unfortunate, I can't get a nice diagonal. It's fine though. Okay, we're good. Oh, stay open. Keep the doors open. Nice. Yay, a gold split of 0 seconds. Less than 1 second gold split. Hell yeah. I don't even know that meme. So I was thinking, I'm like, what voice do I do for that meme? And I'm just like, I don't even know the meme. I can't give it a voice. Fucker. Good crit on that final one. Alright, we're out. One turn long, but that's fine. One turn long, but that's fine. Just says math in the second move and people ran with it. I've not even seen The Incredibles 2. Oh boy, I almost just ran into those guys. That wouldn't have been good. Go. Need to pay more attention. I don't want to get caught in random fight spawns like those. Keep walking. Keep walking. Oh my god, where are you going? Ay, ay, ay. That lost me like 5 seconds. I've never had enemies spawn there. Good stun. Good stun, Ichiban. Okay, and that's a fight spawn. We can just walk around. Stay on this side of the street just in case that enemy spawn on the right is there. Like those gentlemen. Dropping... things are actually going to load faster. I put the graphics one tick lower to see if it would maybe prevent me from having that dang bug every time, or too often. It might mean that enemies spawn faster and it's going to be more annoying to deal with throughout the run. Ah, jerk. We're literally just going to physically attack anyway, but taunt is a slow animation. There's almost always enemies spawning on the road up ahead. There they are. I couldn't exactly tell where they were, so I took a wide berth. Do we have an enemy spawn in the alley? We do. Yep. Load. That's a very slow save load. Again, those are the things that I keep... My muscle memory comes back to me throughout the course of a run, so early save loads are terrible. Also, I wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally do anything there. Because, I didn't want to do anything there. God, why can't I speak today? Or I didn't want to accidentally save over one of my practice saves. Like last week, I set up a bunch of practice saves for PC for every chapter. And I wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally save over any of those. Good stun. Good stun. And Adachi's here. On to the first set piece. Nah. We just gotta get good angles to run from enemies. Good. One fight skip. Should be good. Two fight skip. Stick towards the left wall. Should be good. Good. Three fight skip. Head down here. Grab the hardball. Make sure if I need to smoke bomb either of the next two fights that I menu down. Because I don't want to accidentally throw the hardball. That wastes a lot of time. Good. You can tell overrun failed if the blackout happens too early. Or the fade to black happens too early. Alright. Aim for the level 6 enemies first. Aim for the left first. Targeting system, please. Okay, good. Targeting system nearly messed me up there. He's stunned. Just might as well. This gets him to attack, which is faster. Come on, get in there, Ichi. I didn't skip a text box faster in that fight, but whatever. It was a good fight. Alright, immediately run to the right. Grab this. Here, Ichi, optimize. Another fight. Aim for the gun first. Good stun. This won't kill, will it? Dang it. I should have just attacked. I wanted to save the stun, but I think it just cost me a couple seconds to actually just trying to finish him off. Whoops. Alright. Split the damage on these fine gentlemen. Ow. Try for the stun. Dang it. Get out of here. That bleed is unfortunate. It's losing some time. Nice stun. Punch him. Good. Okay. Hopefully the big jerks don't jerk me over too much. Because they most certainly can. Good stuff. Oh no. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. That's not terrible. Could have been worse. Not terrible. Nope. A hand grenade. Fight Sawashiro. End this chapter. Good. All right. Should be a good enough chapter 2 to keep pressing on. And we have lots of time to save in chapter 5 and chapter 4. Okay, that's fine. Probably should have tried for attack. Yeet. And right into the cold fury is rude. I didn't mean to attack there. I was hoping maybe that also something would have gotten picked up along the way. But alas, it did not. Really? This wasn't that great of a chapter 12? It was a good chapter 12. I thought it would have been better. Oh! Oh, come on, Ichi! Seriously? Dumb way to end. Come on. Dumb. I was like literally 2 HP away. 1 or 2 HP away. From having that fight end 7 seconds faster. Thought that would have been better for a chapter 2, but I suppose with all the taunts, just wasn't as much time saved as I was hoping. Also, at some point, I'm gonna have to get better segments in general, because I believe the other primary runners of this game have a sum of best that is more akin to like a 326, 326 something. So why is that the control scheme? So yeah, there's lots of splits where I can just get better overall.
まずはまっすぐチャリこいで探してみな。なあ、わかったよ。
Okay. Look at all these sweet, sweet cans. We're not gonna bother picking up. Oh, is that an energy drink?
全力でこぐって気持ちいいな。ただ勢い余って壁に激突しないように気をつけねえとな。お、あそこにも缶があるな。
Okay.
なんだあいつらは。おいおい、あいつらも缶拾うのかよ。缶拾いにもライバルがいんのか。ま、そのくらいの方が張り合いがあっていいな。一周したし。ぼちぼち菅さんのとこに帰るか。
And weirdly start pedaling in the middle of that text box. It's very interesting. All right. Let's do this. Let's get all the cans we can get. 2, 1, go. Excuse me. Apparently it's the left half of the touchpad that I have to hit for that menu, not the right half. Weird. Weird. Good stuff. Okay. Fast Nanba's strange, but good enough. Don't want Nanba fast here, though. He's standing, so I can't get an opportune. Fast Nanba's not good here. That's back to the turn order we want. Let's make sure he dies. Think an opportune would have been good enough, but no, opportune wouldn't have killed. It's strange that it's the left hand or the left side of the touchpad on the PS5 controller. It's what you need to hit for that skip menu to show up. All right. All right, and skills. That pigeon raid, gear, Ichi optimize, and luxurious belt. Need good. Beautiful. We needed 730 total yen, which a 100 yen coin pickup is enough. $500 yen pickup would have saved us a few extra seconds as well, but that is fine. That is fine, fine, fine. Oh, taxi. Do taxi this one. Setting up fast travel points for the future. Ichi. Run north to another taxi. Stop, please. Thank you. Do not want to get hit by a car. That's 10 seconds of time lost. Which I did get hit by a car in my last run. where are you going? Slow. Okay. How are we looking on fight spawns up ahead? Oh, get around the post, Ichi. Good. Now I need to guard until Nanba's turn. And pigeon raid him. Get him! Here. We did it. Great fight. Okay. Get this taxi. Don't go anywhere. Run down to this alley, because we're going to get some equipment. By some equipment, I mean some shoes. Bought the loafers, didn't equip them, because they'll be equipped onto Nanba in just a second. Okay, we're going to have to cross the street right away. Okay, that's okay. That's okay, though. We're over here. We won't get into any other fights. Good. Don't hit me. All right. Let's get these. Okay, one more. Gear, non-bot optimize, and back to the homeless camp. Those enemies spawned in the wrong spot, but they were walking down, so we can save a smidge of time going here. Good. Now we just have to run to the grenade fight, and I will not get as good of a fight as I did last time. Because the last time, we got the perfect luck. Last time we got the perfect luck. We had the strike. That is never going to happen again. We just got to hope for a good strike, or a good amount of grenade kills. Okay. Still have my smoke bomb or two. Stay grouped. Good. That was a great fight. Can't really ask for much better. The only better would have been the perfect strike, but one is more than good enough. More than good enough. Good. All right, chapter 4. Please play nice. So we can lose lots of time in chapter 4. I think we had maybe a couple minutes that we could have saved in chapter 4 last time. So hopefully we can get that here. Equip that fancy weapon onto Adachi before entering into the next fight. So he does ridiculous amounts of damage. And now we're looking like this game. Pigeon rate the large guy. Mega swing you. They are not lined up, so take him down with an opportune. Get up, you fools. for you, because I'm pretty sure you die. And then you will absolutely die to this. Or not. Jerk. Should have pigeon rated the large HP enemy there. Duly noted. Alright, don't fast travel taxi here. Skills. Mega Swing, Bat Buster, Nanba, Gnarly Breath, Fire Belch, Adachi, Reckless Charge, Beat Down, Gear, Ichi Optimize, Run to this fast travel. We have to run to that fast travel because getting those boots or those loafers in chapter 3 costs us a lot of money. A lot of money for very early in the game. Beautiful. Are they actually going to be lined up? Oh, baby. That's actually very good. That's a beautiful fight. That's a perfect fight. That's what we like to see. Nope. Don't fast travel yet. That would have been bad. Now we fast travel. And this puts us right into a fight right away. Hoping for a fast Adachi here and a fast Nanba. That was weird. It wasn't inputting my down button press. It's okay though. Come on, Adachi, be fast. Oh, dang it, that's things. That's fine. It's fine because the beatdown kills. Pick blue because it has the highest HP. Want it up in front so we can do lots of damage to it. That should hit both. That should kill with the fire, I hope. Dang it. Come on. Do your suspicious behavior. Pigeon raid this gentleman. Good. Good fight. Hopefully this next fight goes well. This is the one that can just be super, super slow if it wants to be. Okay, no fight spawns in the way. Those guys will get despawned by this taxi. Okay, good. Been good on fight spawns so far this run. Been good on fight spawns so far this run. Please stand and get hit by this. Beautiful. Good fight. Great. I took it a little slow there. Just to see where that front enemy was going to be. To try and get the double hit with the Pyro Belch, which I was able to get, which is great. Okay. to the election office taxi. Hope for no early fight spawn on this side of the road. Okay, that's kind of an average. And they're walking away. Beautiful. That's good. That's good. Still have a smoke bomb just in case. Just gonna have to run it straight. It's a good thing traffic goes as fast as we do. Fast travel back up to Rose Blossom Cabaret. This has been a very good beginning to chapter 4. Hopefully I can carry through. Alright, and now we get our summons. We'll summon Gary Buster Holmes right away. And they're dead. Good job. I wasn't paying attention to Oddstones. Nanba needs the Pyro Belch. Good. And we did get Nodstone, so we have the guarantee. Oh. Okay. Pocket Cafe. To the second one. So. The hell will work. For more cutscenes. To Gondawara. And turn to the right. Talk.
No.
Skip and fight. Alright. Come on, Gondawara. Play nice. Oh, stay in that. Stay in that, Gondawara. Good. Just take on Gondawara. Just to make sure that he dies. I didn't realize he had that low of HP. I could have just attacked. First option. And to the bar. And now I need to make sure we do some options correctly. We need to do Adachi's bond link. Heck, Malu, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Hope you had a good stream. Got about to do this bond link. We got to hit square. We did it. Good job. Run's still on. It is a problem if we pick the wrong option. Because we absolutely need the charisma boost from that. It's alright, Mau. I appreciate you in Summers too, Mal. I appreciate you for the raid and such. As well as your general presence. Yeah, thank you again. Alright. Well, for another couple good fights here, and this will be a very good chapter. First half of chapter 4. Okay. Stay grouped. Hit the one with the bigger HP because he dies, and then smack. Good fight. Not a perfect fight, but a good fight. Alright, Totsuka. Oh, slow Adachi. That's unfortunate. 3 for 1, please. Okay, 2 for 1 will pay. Way too separated now, so we have to hit Totsuka. He should die. Adachi is fast next, which is good. Adachi can follow this up and hopefully kill. Good fight. Good beginning of chapter 4. Good beginning of chapter 4. The gear, Ichi. Health ring.
Oh,
Good. Nice gold. Alright. Hit the main with the Pyro Belt. Carry Buster Holmes. Some of you weren't stunned, so hopefully it hits all 3 of you. Good. Come on, sir. Hurry up your attack. Slow camera zooms, unfortunately. Good. Alright. Oh, come on, skip the cutscene. Alright, Ida, please play nice this time. Last time you screwed me over so hard. Please hit multiple. Ooh, all 3. Nice. Should hit both of them. Beautiful. Got the backup. It's good. Hit the backup before it has a turn. Take down Ida. Nothing would have killed. It's fine. That's beautiful. That was a very good fight. Two flights of stairs. Okay. Not the right turn order. They're close enough to the wall that should hit them all. Good. Punch him. Good. Right. Kasayama. Gnarly breath. Taste it. Ooh. Wait, that was a normal crit. I shouldn't have been excited. Fire belch. If we get a burn, that would be fantastic. That should take into the damage gates. Alright, come on, give him a burn. Dang it. What? Oh, dang it. He got pushed in a corner and the game got confused. Got pushed in a corner and the game got confused, so it teleported him away. Get around the heel. Thank you. That was a good fight. Please hit 3. Good. Should take you and smack. Good. Very good so far. Alright, Kikugawa. Sounds good. Enjoy the remainder of your Sunday. Ah, that's unfortunate. I wanted to hit Kikugawa with this too. Let's beat him down just to get regular attacks out. He's dead in the corners and fire belt. And I appreciate the good wishes. It's a weird turn order now. Just to make sure he dies, I'm gonna level it up. Good. A little bit of weird positioning, but it's fine. Okay. Ichi. Always struggles to look at them. Get that hand grenade for chapter 6. Up the ladder. Look, come on. This is going to be a very good chapter 4 if this fight goes well. All right. Come on, Nanba, be fast. Not ideal. Nice damage boost, though. I'm gonna risk it and hit them both. This is a dumb idea because they're both gonna break out of stun. Ah, the annoying one got stood up through it. That's annoying. Hit one in the back. Oh, now you wake up. It's fine. Hit Ida. Take down Ida. Kikugawa next. Hit him with another breath preemptively. Just wait. Oh, what? Taunt on Nanba? You fuck. Oh, that's bad. Well, we're gonna be attacking, so might as well. Hi, Cat. Thanks for stopping by. Also, no, you haven't been stupid. Glasses are new. Oh, Ichi's out of MP. That's bad. That's bad. I don't have an MP heal either. That's a bad fight. It's a bad fight, but that's okay. The rest of the fights were good, so shouldn't be terrible. Thank you for taking that one on the chin. Okay, not terrible. Not terrible. Not terrible. Could have been much better, but not the worst. Not the worst. Good chapter 4. Everything except for that final fight was basically pretty good. Oh, these cars. I have to slow down. Car. Jerk. How dare that car go as fast as my running speed? Ay, ay. I thought that was a much better chapter 4, but I suppose that end fight was pretty bad. End fight was pretty bad. Still good green. Still a good green, at least. Yeah, that last fight was pretty bad. Ichi ran out of MP. I should have bat-bustered on other people. It's fine. It's fine. Just didn't quite work out as I wanted it to, but that's okay. Taxis are locked, so we gotta run first. This is where we look for cats. Soon we will be looking for cats. That car very nearly hit me. Glad it did. Oh, that should be good. Beautiful. Punch him. Beautiful. Good fight. Almost to looking for cats. We gotta do some fights first, though. Guard, pyro. This guy also blocks attacks from the front, which is annoying. I'm just gonna beat down. Oh, he guards. What was I doing? Should still be fine though. Ichi should still kill on the tag team. If he doesn't, the burn should. Okay, good. And this gets us access to like completion style quests. Do a number of oddities around town and you'll get rewarded with personality traits, stuff like that. And we will make use of them in this chapter pretty heavily.
Yo,
Where am I going? This way.
yo.
And we were talking, trying to find someone, and well, we found someone. Duo is the one who needs to get hit by the pyro belt. Buster Holmes. That should hit both. Didn't kill, but Psycho can clean that up. Hit you. Ah. Don't kick him along the way. And text. Could have been a bit faster. Cat lobster and business cock. Yep. These are accurate things that one can do in Yakuza Like a Dragon. And it's fantastic. Hello, work. Head to the blacksmith. And to not do anything with the blacksmith yet, just to unlock it because we need to progress story. We don't have much that we can craft at the base level, but we'll get those materials and the money for it in a bit. Seagull Cinema. Hopefully no fight spawn in our way. They're far away. Good. Now time for Zhang round 2. He's still a jerk. They're way too far separated. It's fine. Clobberback. This should hit all three. Yeah. Weird. They're all lined up in a weird area. Alright, well, we got rid of all the ads already. That's fine. Stay on the ground, please. Beautiful. Oh, come on. Just don't fear none, but okay, good. And just to make sure he doesn't... He goes down. Hit him. It's good fight. Good fight. Good. And just a little bit more, we'll finally begin our long quest to complete subquests. Or not subquests, what the heck are they called? Just the part-time hero quests, mostly. Finding Kittens, taking pictures of Kapaz, running around doing all sorts of stuff like that. Get the job system. And immediately turn back.
何か
Change Psycho to
おめでとうござい
Hostess.
ます応援
Part-time hero, and now begins the long run. We're gonna be doing a lot of running around, and this is the setup for
開けてみる。やったぜ。
the middle chapters of the run, where we can get very overpowered very early. Nanba's class, I believe, is just homeless guy. I'm pretty sure. That's his base class. Every character has a unique class and then has their the common classes that they can have. Nanba's unique class is homeless. Contend number 1. Pawn number 1. To the bar. Wait for it. Meow. Meow. Ichiban, talk to the cat. Oh, got caught up on that post, apparently. Contend number 2. We'll be talking to this taxi, but not traveling. Need to approach this cat from the right. Because there's 2 overlapping boxes. One for the cat and one for the Nancy side story. That will be... Okay, that was weird.
これはなあ
Got the crayfish. Taking quest. Okay, no fight spawn on the way. It's good. Kabban number 2. Ah, they're fine. Oh, heard that soft mew. For kitten number 4. Start this side story for much later in the run. To the park. I don't believe this game should be taken as a factual comparison. There's many things this game treats seriously, and I'm glad it does. The combat is not one of them. Fight spawn. Oh, we're actually going to be good on fight spawn. That's nice. Take that. Don't go anywhere. Cross the street. I still have that smoke bomb from earlier. So just in case there's a really bad fight spawn, I can smoke bomb it. I need to be careful with my menuing if I decide to do so, though. Okay, get that taxi. Pay attention for fight spawns in this alley, because there's almost always fight spawns. They're all the way at the end. We should be fine. Yeah, they're one. Good. Get to number 6. File number 3. Sunlight Castle. It's back this way. Ay, ay, ay. Saying that boxers can't just shake off multiple stab and bullet wounds like it's nothing. They're strong. Not that strong. Didn't see a fight spawn. Good. We'll be fine running through. They're far enough away. Stick to the sides. Okay, good. And they didn't respawn. Oh my goodness. Good so far. Good so far. Turn around. Hit up this spot to get some sushi.
いらっしゃいませ。ありがとうございました。
Please no cars. Good. I'll line that up. That's fine. Should be able to hear it up ahead as well. The Seagull Cinema for our last kitten. Meow. Or technically second to last, but first for the first, or last for the first batch. Part-time hero. Make sure I don't mess up that like I did last time and waste a minute by having to run. Okay, we're good for money.
Huh?
Oh, come on. Shoot. Ah. Slow menu, I forgot what I was doing. Okay, time for the big shop. Really cannot mess this up. First, we gotta pick up the final Kitendo. Robson, the superpowered cat. Head to here. Get this Kappa. Shop. For food. 151. 42. 43. 62. 2. 11. Oh, the hard one. 22. 18. Regular times 4. 16. Beautiful 21. Metal wire 9. Where was I? 43. So 41. 40. 40. Cloudy, right? 16. Clear is 32. Immaculate is 32. Tempered is 27. Sturdy plastic is 14. Aluminum is 23. Gleaming is 9. Then thick hide 8. Smooth hide 17. The high end leather 8. 3. Okay. Should be good. That was a bit slow, but it should be good. All soda. You want to drink? Oh, the part-time hero. Turn in Robson. Get our super-powered cat summon. Get out of here. Skills, Psycho, Sparkling Cannon, Gear, Psycho, Cotton Pouch, the Rose Blossom Cabaret. In Japan, there are no groups of thugs trying to beat you up all over the place. Pandemic must have really changed things. I don't know if the other Yakuza games are anything to go by. That should have been standard affair for many years. All right, focus Okuno or Yokoyama. Oh, they've roamed about. That's not good. Where is Okuno? So now they should all die. Gary Buster Holmes. Punch him. Okay. Hit Kume. I should hopefully hit multiple. I mean, we'll take that. Good. Good beginning to chapter 15. Didn't really mess anything up, so that's great. This would be like a 30-second gold split, too. Beautiful. Oh, come on. All right, business mini game. Let's go. 10 minutes of this, which is usually actually pretty fast. Goes by pretty fast. Come on. Okay. Gotta do some staff work. Oh. Okay. Spam through until we have to fire employees. Okay, don't start the next round. Instead, go upgrade 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And now we go. All right, good. Now I can get some more. Alright, now they tell us to leave. They force us to leave. Why did I Yep. Forced us to leave. When it's the next day, fast travel to Ichiban Confections. For Nancy's sub story. Howdy, Influ. Thanks for stopping by, and thank you for the good luck on the road. Appreciate it. Ah, that sucks. Was howdy, Juice. Thank you for the best of wishes on the run. And thanks for stopping by as well, Juice. Also, Chen. Hi. Oh, come on. Thank you for stopping by and for the best wishes on the run. Appreciate it. How you doing? How you doing, Juice, Chen, and Inflict? Hope you're having a good Sunday. Okay. Business round 2. Employees, recruits, you, boardroom, you, and you. I didn't auto care them, it's fine. This should be fine. Those two. Glad you're doing that, Chen. Doing alright myself. I was a tad exhausted from the COVID booster yesterday. And by a tad, I mean extremely, but I'm doing much, much better today. Good. Yeah, I'm glad I'm doing better too, because that was quite the bout of exhaustion, but all the better to get up to date on that COVID vaccine. All right. Now we need to auto care our employees before doing the next bout. All right, now we go. Now we go. For the remainder of this business minigame, we'll just be going through as fast as possible, ignoring every single pop-up, except if one of our employees asks for a raise. If they ask for a raise, give them the raise. Treat your employees right. Do not want him. Yeah, we are doing this business minigame in this speed run because this unlocks the optional character Eri for our party. And Eri is very strong. And there will also be a portion of the game in the middle that normally you lose one of your party members and would have to be running around with 3. And we get Eri, we still have 4. Very speedy in that way. All right. This is the 4th business for this one, which means we need to auto and care our employees and then head into the board meeting.
いいわね。まだまだ若いもんには負けんぞ。今回も素晴らしい結果ですね。
アップだ。
株主総会がやってきました。あ
株主総会決算報告をさせ
りが
ていただきま
とうございますした。それでは質疑応
Hi. So, thank you for the raid. I appreciate
答
it.
お願いいたします。
So, wow, I ran out of a lot of resources there. Stop making me do red.
ご質問のある株主の方はぜひ
すみませんでした。
Ah, wrong ones. It's fine. Come on, omelet. Hurry up. Okay, we got it. That's right. So how dare you?
定期
How
株
dare you
主総会を
compliment?
終了いたします。
But I appreciate it. And yeah, I like how it looks. Well, thank you for the raid, Sar. Hope you had a good stream. What were you up to today? I think I saw you were doing some of that there. Calamity. Age of Calamity? Hyrule Warriors? I don't remember. I think it's Age of Calamity. I don't remember. I 100%ed that game and I don't even remember. That was a... Feels like a fever dream 100%ing that game. I just really wanted a game to zone into when I was doing that. And boy, it's a perfect game for that. Because you can totally just turn your brain off and mash through waves of enemies.
じゃんじゃか稼ぐとするかの。いいわね。ラッキーじゃ。
Story, there's something.
若いもんには負けんぞ。
今回も素晴らしい結果です。
Got to the point making me mad point in the game. Got it. Also, wow, we're getting a very few pop-ups, which is great. If I wasn't doing so many mistakes in the business or in the board meetings. All right. One more round of business, then we auto care our employees, and then the final board meeting, and then we'll be done with the business meeting.
まだまだ若いもんには負けんぞ。
今回も素晴らしい結果ですね。
Oh, dang it.
株主
よっしゃ。
Okay, good.
じゃんじゃか稼ぐとするかの。まさかの。まだまだ若いもんには負けんぞ。
今回も素晴らしい結果ですね。ランキングがアップ
Also, I can't off the top of my head
株主総会がやってきました。
株主総会
think what you'd be mad about story-wise, mostly because I turned off my brain to the story immediately in that game.
ご質問のある株主
Okay.
ご質問のある株主の方は
We really gotta wait for this one.
すみませんでした。
Ah, come on. Okay, let's go.
これにて定期株主総会を終了いたします。
Good. Good business meeting.
株価大幅。
ランキングがアップしました。
どうで。
Somehow that was gold. I will take that. Got the stack slap ability. Can literally smack the enemies with money now. We'll use that ability hopefully only once in this entire run. All right, now we have to actually unlock Aerie by going to the bar. And we choose X for her options. Aerie joins, and then we do Nanba. And Nanba needs to be circle first, then X for his options. Circle. And X. Good. Run's not gonna die to that. Good. All right. One last thing to do at the bar here. We need to make some lunches. Because they are our best healing item in the game. Chilled. And special. Good. Party, edit, Nanba for Airy. Smartphone, Seagull Cinema. Run around. Get some equipment from, not equipment, but useful things. Paralysis Pulses, mental, 2 first aid kits, and 30 Super X. Sunlight Castle. And I hope everyone's been taking their notes throughout the run and paying close attention, because we do have to take some tests. Alright, drifting 3 pins, country handling, pulse volley, off trust. Pins! The handling, drifting, the change up, the cross country. I think change up was wrong. But that's fine, we only need 3. Only need 3. And Underworld Studies, previous Yakuza game knowledge. This one I'm bad at. It's Black Monday. Toranosuke. Goromajima. The Kanda. And 5th. Okay. Very lucky answers there. Now for our last quiz. Fashionista. Couture. Plant-based fiber. I'll die. Pull the sport. And Argyle. Okay. Good. Good tests. Good tests. Good tests. Where's our fight spawn? Oh, all the way down there. Literally the farthest they can be. Stop running away! I need to fight you!
頑張ります
And throw a cat out. Beautiful. They didn't even get an attack off. That's very lucky. Ichi decided to be very fast that time, which is perfect. Head to the back of this gentleman's stall for an underground casino. Yep. The Yokohama Residential. And by purchasing those cards, it conveniently gets us just enough confidence for this check to get into this underground gambling den. Works out very conveniently. Okay. Tags. Buy a bunch. Prize exchange. Yo, sparkling bulletproof shield. The workshop for our first bout of smithing. Yep. Upgrade it first. Then we gotta craft 3 weapons. Lining bandages.
いい感じ
Metal ruler.
最後の仕上げ
Voltaic yellow wine.
あとちょっと
Strengthen. Lightning bandages times
めっ
1.
ちゃいい感じ
Bulletproof shield times
最
3.
後の仕上げめっちゃいい最後の仕上げ
Con pouch times 3.
ここをこうし最後の仕上げ
Tarot cards times 3.
あとちょっとめっちゃいいここをこうして
The hello work. Quick change jobs. Now we have our stats where we want them.
何か
Ichi to
おめで
foreman.
とうございます
Then to host.
やりましたね
Then Adachi to
お
enforcer.
めでとうございます応援
We get a special ability there. It's a can quest. Oh, bad fight spawn. I'm just gonna take it and smoke bomb it.
頑張ります
Probably would have been faster to save quit. It's fine. Kapa. Open up the shop. Gold safe key times 7. Smoke bomb times 10.
ありが
Oh,
とうね
shoot.
いらっしゃい
Gambler's tie. Equip one of these. No. Fuck. I bought one too many. Oh, that's bad. Gear. Psycho needs magic lighter and toy bracelet. Airy. Optimize. Fast travel. To Genai Station. That's bad, actually. That's very bad. Hopefully that's not going to bite us in the butt. Hopefully that's not going to bite us in the butt money-wise. It might. Ah, that's unfortunate. There's no way I can sell that either.
頑張ります
Can only drink herself. Gary Buster Holmes. Sparkling cannon. Those items are expensive too. We're gonna lose some time later for that. Beautiful. Rolling kick. Hope for a fast Adachi. Nope. It's unfortunate. Well, that's fine. Couldn't Robson if I could learn this thing. So yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out where I wanna take one less Robson, which is unfortunate. I have to figure out where the best time to do that is. 'Cause yeah, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. That's gonna cost us like 30 seconds at least somewhere. Cause yeah, I can't sell it. Can't sell it to try and get the money back. Ah, I too. Rude. That sucks. Ah, that sucks. Okay. Skills, area, rolling kick, and thumbtack, scatter. Get these. Okay. Thumbtack. No, I don't re-equip the business card. My strat, the early XP to me didn't matter enough to re-equip it, as well as later on I end up getting the military insoles for Ichi to have Ichi be fast in the mid fight, or in the mid chapter fights. Don't first person. All right, now we have to try and run as often as we can. That should have worked. Good. I think I might just have to... Okay, that works. Might just have to eat a very slow Mabushi fight, a Mabuchi 1 fight, if I even have enough money for later on in this chapter, actually. Ah, it didn't work. Just smoke bomb it. I'm way in the middle of everything. Let's smoke on smoke bomb. Okay, that's fourth run. Now I'd normally say sound warning. I'm pretty sure the audio levels on stream are good, but it will sound like audio is peaking if we get lots of damage and lots of crits on the upcoming fight, so forewarning just in case. Didn't kill them. That's fine. Now the next one will for sure hit all, and we need to pay attention to how many odd stones we get. I didn't check how many we had when making the voltaic wine, so we're just hoping for a bunch. 2 does not bode well. Need 3 more.
やっちゃうよ。頑張ります。ごきげんよう。あれれれ。
Should be good. See if I can get the skip. I almost never do. Ah, close.
どうしようかな。
Ariel's in a terrible position to run. It's 2 smoke bombs. 3 more I can use. Keep on running. Stick to the right to skip this fight. Should be good. I let Ari get around that corner real quick so she didn't snag on it or got at a better angle. Oh, that's bad. Somehow worked. Somehow worked. Okay. That was good. One run, and then we take the next fight, and we'll hope for at least 3 odd stones from that one. Nope, that was too fast. That's a really odd running angle, Ichi, but we'll take it. Yeah, I'm just thinking that we're gonna have a very slow Mabachi. So we're not gonna be able to Robson. We're gonna have to Gary Buster Holmes. Which is less than ideal. Approach this one to the left because it gets Ari to a better aligned position for thumbtacks. Okay, we have enough. We have enough odd stones. Good. Now we just run until we reach the end. I have no idea where Sayako is. She teleported somewhere. Yeah, we're gonna have to. That's what I'm thinking. We're gonna have to Gary Buster Holmes on Mabachi, which is gonna be really slow. Excuse me? That worked, even though I ran right past that enemy. I'll take it. one more. Oh, this short floor first. Well, till now I say thanks.
ではでは
Stick to the right wall here to skip this fight. That glance off that wall could have very well put me into that fight, and that would have been bad. Because that would put me at a very bad angle to deal with any possibility to run away.
どうしようかな。ではでは胸に
I got a smoke bomb. We have one more smoke bomb that we can use because we need 5 coming out of the supers.
お願いします。頑張ります。
That worked. Good. I think Adachi actually held up Harry long enough there for that to work. All right, final run. Final run.
どうしようかな。ではでは
And Aerie teleported to a great spot. Good. Skills. Adachi gets paralysis prongs and shield blast. And we have enough MP on everyone. We are good to go. All right. And we are very strong, so even these bosses are a pushover for the next few chapters.
どうしようかな。
Roll and kick. Tag team. Oop, sparkling.
舐めると痛いのに。
Shield blast. Beautiful. Now Aerie.
頑張ります。
Kiwami drinks herself.
は
Tag team. Get over there and kick him, Sayako. And give him the prongs. And fight's done. I think the time saved on getting the wine upgrade is more than worth it. Okay. A real quick run to here. Get one more upgrade. Strengthen, voltacular wine.
最後の仕上げ
To Seagull Cinema. This wine upgrade lets us do some great damage. And by great, I mean just barely enough to make enemies that would normally take a little bit to go down immediately. It is turns out very nicely in that way. Okay. Please hit all. Nancy. And because Adachi can attack faster with shield blast, guard with Sag. Take a picture of the Kappa. Go to the shop. And military for Ichi. Mash through this. Don't skip it, otherwise you waste time. That was interesting. Also that enemy should have died. Adachi, get into position. Please. Yeah, we are not sitting great on money. I can tell you that. 45k is very bad for right now. Okay. Harry. Come on, drink yourself. Robson. Slow cycle, unfortunately. And it's chapter 2. Okay. Come on. So hello work. To change Aries' job into her overpowered job.
何か
Aries to dealer.
おめでとうございます応援
Shoot. Gear Ichi, you need to steal Aries' shoes. Then go. Fukutokuchu. And I get the military insoles on Ichi, as well as steal Aries' boots for this chapter. Because that should, big should, allow Ichi to be faster in the turn order than Eri. Eri is normally so dang fast
ついてきて
that she will always go first. But with these changes, Ichi should be the one that goes first. And that gets us some better turn orders because Eri has a wonderful ability called Dart's Airstrike,
もうすぐ
which
の
hits
話でしょ
3 targets or throws 3 darts up in the air and those choose targets randomly. If we have only 3 targets remaining, each one will guaranteed be hit by a dart. If there's only 1 enemy remaining, that means that 1 enemy will be hit by all 3
大
darts.
丈夫よ
If we let Ichi thin the crowd first,
なかなか可愛いわよ
it helps to make some fights 1 or 2 turns faster. It is beneficial.
こいつもだらしない
Yeah, I'm not going to have enough money for a Robson for Mabuchi. I'm going to have just enough money for a Robson here. Gary Buster Holmes.
頑張ります
Guard. Guard. House of Sprongs.
ちょっ
Yep. Come on. Okay. And we... Nancy. Jackpot chip.
これでもどうぞ
And Sparkle.
成長を感じます
Skills. Eri needs Jackpot chip and Dart's Airstrike. Not Robson, the upcoming fight. We do have Gary Buster Holmes back.
練習試合
We do have Gary Buster Holmes back.
勝てますかね
Can't thumbtack scatter. Mabachi is more concerning if we don't Robson right away because they won't be grouped up. We do have darts. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. We do have darts and shield blast, so yeah. We'll give it a shot. We'll see how it turns out. Thank you for throwing the idea out there, Inflict. No, don't first person. I know that on PC it is faster to use the mouse for this,
ここか
but I haven't gotten used to it yet.
いたぞ
All my muscle memory is in with the controller.
いたぞここにいたか
Yeah, we have Gary Buster Holmes here.
俺の番だな
Oh,
どうしようかな
oh, that works. Oh, that works. Wow. I thought those enemies were much stronger. Why do we use Robson there? I know Robson kills in one, but hot dang. That saved me 40,000 yen. I mean, I have Ichi's Voltaic Wine buff. I didn't mean to run there. I meant to Spoke Bomb there, but the running ended up working. Even with Ichi being the one running. That's a happy accident. I've never tried to automatically run from that fight. I'm surprised that worked. Very surprised that worked.
Oi. Ah.
Okay. Time for an absolute banger of a track that we'll only hear about 30 seconds of, unfortunately.
頑張ります
Give him just a smidge to get up. So hopefully all three darts will hit. That's an early divine shot.
ますかね
Adachi, please put yourself in front of Jungihan. Jungihan, please don't sleep powder. I've never seen you regularly attack.
どうしようかな
Wait just a bit.
この手誰に当たるかな
Okay, fight's done. Good. Okay. Now, because we had to fight Jungi Han in the middle of that, we'll have Gary Buster Holmes back. Which lowers us down to 3 enemies. To then darts, and then kick. Kick him! Good fight. Tag team a crossbow. Nice crit. Completely unnecessary, but nice crit.
誰に当たるかな
I think that audible might give us just enough money for Robson, which is huge. Take team the main. And if our damage was high, fight's done. Ah, unfortunate. That was good though. That was good. And I should probably mark that down in my notes that that's an option if you accidentally are low on money. Get that kapa. No fight spawn. Chinatown. Yeah, I will have just enough money for Robson. Okay, enemy spawn is bad. I have spare smoke bombs. I have plenty of spare smoke. Spare. God, can't speak. Good. Alright, Mabuchi. Talk to Jungi-han.
Yeah.
Part-time hero. Fastest chapter of the game if you have enough money for it, and we do now. Just enough. Nice whiff. And darts. Okay. And absolute banger of a track here. Rokada. Yeah, 8,000. I have 8,000. Muscle Soda Adachi. Because Adachi has Mabuchi's weakness and a crap load of strength. Because we can just... That was about 600 damage from Psycho. How about a smooth... Ooh, it's a crit. How about a smooth 1,500? That... wait just a sec. Okay, there's the Crimson Aura. Psycho does not need to do anything this fight. And 2 darts should kill. Perfect. Beautiful. A 2-second gold on the shortest chapter of the game. Hell yeah. To can quest. Yep. Those enemies are far enough away, that's fine. Tototsuka! Give him the crap! Darts! Sparkling and Totska. Man, they are not grouped at all.
勝てますかね。
Normally with Shield Blast. Ah, I should Shield Blast. This should be enough with this and a kick. No, it won't.
見せてやる。当たって。
That's unfortunate.
成長を感じます。またいいもん。
That was a bit of a slow fight. Nothing you can really do about it though. It's just RNG. Alright. And this is one of the fights where it very much helps if Ichi goes first. Which he should, with our agility increases. And the boost on Gary.
どうしようかな。見せてやる。
So now all three of these darts hit Kume. Unfortunately, that he broke out of the stun. Hopefully, he gets drunk. Good, he's drunk. Come on, Kume. Stop waving it off. Okay. And fight stun. We have enough money for Robson again, which is good because we need it for a couple fights from now. Give him the clamps. Darts. Stragglers are the guy on the left, or who I want to hit. You'll face. Hopefully the rest of you will stay grouped for Adachi. This should hit both of these two. It's fine. Okay. Ishioda 1! AKA Heavy Machinery 2. Tag team. Darts. Sparkling. And shield bash. That's enough to kick Ishioda out of the crane. And now we get to beat the crap out of Ishioda. Because he stays permanently stunned during this portion of the fight. Come on, skip your turn. I know you're waving it off. And this prongs will push him back in. And it's Ichi's turn. And he's okay. Two more fights left. Actually, one more fight left in this chapter. And And it's one where we can, unfortunately, die if they so want us to. Should be fine. Talk to Adachi, please. Okay, we have just enough. Howdy, Morgan. Thanks for stopping by. Throw a cat at him. Masasoda Adachi. Eat Ishioda. Hopefully Ishioda counters this. Good. Process prongs Ishioda. Gundawada. Because now if Nanba gets hit by 2 darts, he dies. Like that. Saving a turn. And it lowers Ishioda's attacks just in case he decides to be a jerk and gunshot Ichi. It's fine if Saiko dies. And fight stop. Nice crit. Very unnecessary crit. Wish you would have gotten that sooner, but it's fine. Good. A little bit slow on the Totsuka fight, but other than that, good chapter. Yeah, that Totsuka fight was the one that lost us those seconds. Nothing you can do about it, though. This, you just walk forward. Because I think it's faster than running. Because sometimes the prompt misses if you run. Alright, how are we doing on money? After the Scary Buster Holmes. Okay, we got 75,000. We're good. Please hit those guys on the side. That won't kill. Okay, good. It did. Oh, dang it. Wow, that didn't kill either of those. That's unfortunate. That's fine. Okay, now we get Jungi Han, who is an excellent addition to our party. Alright. Skills, shortcut, we want a spreader. Jungi Han wants rapid shot and head trauma. A gear, Jungi Han, optimize. Party edit, Psycho for Jungi Han. Seagull Cinema. These middle chapters go so much faster because of all the upgrades and stuff we did in chapter 5. Alright. Head trauma. Nancy! Really? Dots! Please stay grouped for Adachi. You are not grouped at all. That sucks. That's a bad fight. I didn't mean the regular punch. Worked out. Alright. Zheng is back for the last time. And he is really, really weak to darts. And so weak that I'm not even going to head trauma him. I'm just going to shoot him. Ah! Tag team with Nice crits though. That crit will guarantee this kills. Those crits will guarantee we kill anyway. There are some fights in this game where tag team essence can whiff, in fact. And that is one of them. Okay, smoke bomb these 3 fights.
さあやりましょうか。
私の番です。
Where am I going? Let's get this right into this fight. Smoke bomb number 2. God damn it. I don't have mods to delete that. Can't do that while I'm running. Oh, that's annoying.
舐めると前にいますよ。
Don't click on that link, whatever you do. It's a fucking bot. That's unfortunate. I can't get rid of that while I'm while I'm running. Could you guys just spam some text so it scrolls off of screen real quick for me?
私の番です。
舐めると前にいますよ。
誰を呼ぶか。
どうしようかな。
かかってきなさい。
誰に打たれたの。
Twitch stopped you from spamming? Oh no! Twitch, no! The one time we normally want you to prevent spam. Or the one time we don't want you to prevent spamming. Good fight. Upstairs. Grab this safe. Or some defense for Airy in just a second. Thank you for all the spam. One of the few times I'll thank people for spamming. Well, this one's the nice and easy fight.
私の番です。俺の番だ。
Throw at him. Beautiful.
テンション上が
Alright, gear, Ichi, military insoles for fancy business card. And Airy,
ねえ見て、
optimize.
さすが。
Yeah, but off screen on stream, it might still be there if you. It'll still be there if you scroll up, but that's fine for now. Thank you for helping, chat.
行くぜ。さて。
一緒に勝てますかね。 頑張ります。
私が相手。
That's
当たって。
one of these a whiff.
いませんよ。
Adachi should be the next target.
行くぜ。
Good.
来いよ。
And time for El Tigre. El Tigre will attack whoever hit it last. So,
俺の番だな。
Muscle Soda,
こいつを。
Airy. And Airy's gonna be hitting it a lot and for a lot of damage.
誰に打たれたの。
私が相手です。
Transfer shield onto Airy so that she can get hurt less from this.
かかってきなさい。
Don't do that. Rapid shot. Gundawada. I don't think it actually matters that much, but
してみろ。
it's what I like to do. Because normally they don't do much. Rude. Jungihan will take this next attack. Get a little bit of extra damage from tag team.
お任せください。奥の手。
A dart.
タイムに合わせますよ。
Everything will be fine. Beautiful. That was a great fight.
成長を感じます。
さらに強くなれば
It has to be done. The tiger attacked us first.
開けてみる。開いたぜ。
Get some magical sandals.
開けてみる。やったぜ。
Get some tactical boots. I go back the way I came because it hopefully have cleared out some of the crap. Get this. Get this.
開けてみる。
this.
開いたぜ。
Gear, airy, optimize. We need her gambler's bow ties. And Jungi Han will take those superpower rings. Oop.
あ
All right. That was a very good tiger fight, though. So if this all goes well here, this should be a very good chapter 10.
あ。そのように切り刻んでやるよ。私の番です。
Hit Mabuchi in the head. Good thing with Mabuchi walked forward. That's great. Now Eri has all the speed back, so she outspeeds Ichi. Gary Buster Holmes.
勝てますかね。
Counter is what he normally does. Could you not? Paralysis prongs. Hit Mabuchi, please. Oh, don't kick that chair. Thank you.
頑張ります。奥の手。
Might try to take out this ad with Ichi. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. No, I shouldn't. I shouldn't have. Because if he doesn't go into Crimson Aura here, that sucks. That's bad. Now this is slow. That was a bad call. Guard.
どうしようかな。見せてやる。
Do this because it's fast, just in case. Yeah, that did no damage. Because he was at the damage gate. That sucks. And now he Crimson Auras. Now we'll bust his ass.
頑張り。奥の手。誰に当たるかな。舐めると痛いもんね。
That was the fastest attack too. Okay, well, that could have been a better Mabuchi, but that was a very fast finish to Mabuchi at least. Yeah, I made the wrong call hitting that ad. I wanted that ad to stop attacking, but whatever. And Anba's back for one fight, and then we'll never see him again. All right, Ishioda, please play nice. Thank you, Ishioda, for walking forward.
頑張ります。
Hit that gentleman.
でもどうぞ。
Hit Ishioda. Good fast Nanba. Essence of Pyro Prison to destroy the rest of the ads. It's fine if you get countered. Okay. Starts.
誰に当たるかな。
Gondawada. Nanba for Adachi. Ishio is playing very nice. Starts.
当たって。
That should be enough time for him to get up. Good. That's fine. Okay, this is good. That should be far enough away.
誰に当たるかな。
Beautiful.
成長を感じます。
さらに強くなればさらに強く
Risa,
ガスが
enough. Risa's been chewing on the same toy for the past 2 hours. She needs to stop. Risa! Stop playing with the toy. Oh, come on. Take a picture of this Kappa. Decline this.
なんか嫌な
Go to here. Get back to survive bar. Take a picture of the last Kappa. Ping is there, so we got all 10. Talk number. The can quest. Alright, just a little bit more running and then this chapter's done. This was a good chapter. If I didn't mess up on that Mabuchi, this would have been a very solid gold chapter. Yeah, if I didn't mess up that call, that's unfortunate. Although I'm not sure it would have gone that much faster because that ad would have been alive and doing attacks and messing up our dart hits. No enemies spawn. Nice. Still be a minor gold. Still be a minor. We'll take that. Good. All right, time for our final party member to join the fray, to deliver us his shoes, and then to have only one other use later on. He will never see a single turn of action in combat. At least that Nanba gets some, but Zhao, nope, not even a single one. Gear, Adachi, shoes, take out Zhao's. Oop, Hamako. Good, no enemy spawn. And quest for, so I can mention this while I was doing testing. I thought for actually a good while that I'd found a way to manipulate which, if there were 2 enemies left, which ones would get hit by Dart's airstrike. Because if there's 2, that means one of them gets hit by 2 darts. And sometimes we want exactly 1 enemy to get hit by both darts. And I thought for a while from my testing that I had found a way to determine who would get hit by 2 darts. But then it was just, unfortunately, it was just the odds were being lucky on my 50-50 guesses for like 8 guesses in a row. And then like shortly following that, it was like 4 times in a row it did it wrong. I was like, dang it. Oh, that would have been huge. That could have saved a lot of time if we could select who gets hit by 2 darts in those situations. But alas, we were not so lucky. Been very lucky with fight spawns though this run. Like extremely lucky with fight spawns though this run. And we're gonna test out a thing here that that a runner mentioned in the Yakuza Discord. And we're gonna try and head trauma this person right off the bat. And now Robson should finish the fight. Beautiful. Yeah, that looks like that'll work 100% of the time. Don't know why we didn't do that. Just a bit faster than waiting until Adachi. Please no kill board spawns. There's one. I have smoke bombs. God dang it. That sucks. These dang shill boards are annoying. Back to Rose Blossom. Here. Shoot. Almost picked the wrong spot, and that would have been very bad. Oh, don't get caught in the corner, Ichi. Not seeing any fight spawns. Good. Middle option. Accept and spam. Good. Hit him 2 times. Good. And fight's done. We just guard. Riza, stop playing with that. Riza, leave it. Now I'm focusing on when exactly I need to start holding circle. I know. I know, puppy, I know. Riza, I know, puppy. Riza, you're such a beggar. It's okay, puppy. I know I'm not letting you play with one of your toys. It's okay, though. All right, back to front. Turn in the kappa. Talk to you to proceed this. Talk to you. Follow along. Skip. Head that way. For this fight, which is a very simple one. Guard until darts. And the fight's done. Good job, we did it. Back to Rose Blossom Cabaret to finally finish out this chapter.
Oh.
Can save a little bit of time. Unfortunately, we did run into those shill boards, so we lost about 10 seconds there. But for some reason, my chapter 11 was pretty bad last time, so here's hoping that'll be faster this time. Trauma Hamaguchi. Darts. Gary Buster Holmes. No, that's the wrong target. Fuck. Ah, that sucks. That sucks. Was relying on the auto target to hit someone else. Come on, prongs, please kill anyway. Oh, damn it. That sucks. Little slow there. Okay. Want honestly a little bit low damage onto Amora here. That crit's not gonna help. This is a Robson fight. Omura. Ah, that shouldn't. Hopefully the darts don't kill Omura. That'd be best. Okay, good. Get the MP heal in for the rest of the fight. And just shield blast this guy. Okay. Bad trauma. Darts, not for Matova, but for the other enemies. Nancy to clear out that ad. This will poison Matoba, luckily. Oh, nice prop fall. Get up. Get up. And Matoba's very resistant to guns, so we will be doing jackpot chip instead. Gondawada. Or his defense because he has way too much HP. Jackpot chip. Paralysis prongs. This is gonna be another chapter 11 that wasn't amazing. Tag team. Yeah, he is a big old man. That should be enough time for him to get up. Yeah, with that mistake on the paralysis prong and with just shield blast. Dang it. Still can save like 20 seconds on this chapter. I don't know why I keep messing it up. It's not a hard chapter, but for whatever reason, I keep losing like 20, 30 seconds on it. Being resistant to guns sounds convenient. It sure would be convenient. Hi, puppy. I know we'll go outside soon. I know. It can quest. Chapter 12 is another real big chapter for us. We got a lot to do. Not nearly as much as chapter 15, but we are going to be doing quite a bit of side stuff here to get set up for the late game now. Oh, early Airy. Interesting. Get up. That's fine. I didn't. A regular attack wouldn't have killed. I had to wait. Unfortunate. Needed to do that to set off a chain. Cooperate. But it's fine.
Yeah.
This guy is super tough. Punch him. Hard punch. Come on. Sell those two. And that's all we needed that for. That's all we needed that for. Just to sell those two items. Because we need the money. And this one we need for the XP. Kiwami drink Adachi. Rapid shot to the Vagabond. Ice spreader the Vagabond. Wow, that actually was massive. That ice spreader killed like everyone. Good job, Ichi. Damn. Saved actually quite a bit of time on that fight.
任務
Okay. To the bar. Rose Blossom Cabaret. And we'll soon be at the point where we won't have to worry about fight spawns. Okay, he's playing with a different toy now. Just had to pay attention. Oh, we're gonna have to save quit this. Unfortunate fight spawn. I had to talk about fight spawns, and of course they made me pay for it. And this is why we needed to sell the stuff, because we needed 3 million yen for them. Hooray! Our sum of best is under 330 now, which is good. Should be getting that down to like 326 is where like the other top runners are for sum of bests.
開けてみるやったぜ
Show of control. Now we're getting some good gear to let Ichi do some great work in the arena fights, which will be coming up in just a bit.
開いたぜ
Southwest, Shokcho. Having a guy in party and just take his sues sounds like kids inviting another kid to play just for his fancy toy and not actually being nice to them. Yeah, dang it, Caddy, don't make me feel bad for what we do to Zhao. Zhao is a great character for casual play. I will say that. Just unfortunately, not great for the speedrun.
開けてみる開いたぜ
Alright, and this will be the last time we have to worry about fight spawns. We get our favorite thing available at every single pawn shop in Japan, apparently, is rocket launchers. Okay, skills. Ichi, you need Essence Froze Typhoon. Airy needs Lucky Punch. And Trickster's Top Hat. Jungihan needs Divine Shot. Gear Ichi Optimize. Airy needs Nanba's Shoes. And off to the battle arena. So if you're paying attention to the stats on those shoes we stole from Nanba and put onto Airy, they're worse. They're not good shoes, especially agility-wise. They are not good shoes at all. But, like I was talking about earlier, it is better for us for Ichi to go before Airy because we thin out the crowd of enemies before hitting with Airy's darts. And that is precisely what we're doing. Dang it. All right, to the battle arena.
さあやりましょうか
Oh no, oh no.
どうしようかな見せてやる
That's not good. Why did you turn off? Were you not getting charged? Fuck you, tablet. I'm gonna have to go off of memory until my tablet turns back on because it decided to shut off. Fuck. That's what I have my notes up on, is my tablet, and it just decided to freaking shut down. It's plugged in. It should be charging. Ah, that was bad. Okay, I hit the tough enemies. Ah, I should. That was a bad rocket launcher. I need to get rid of the invulnerability board. That was a bad rocket launcher on my part. Okay, this is a Robson fight. Come on. Tablet, you're in the booting up screen forever. What are you doing? Robson. We're lucky this kills. Good. Come on. Tablet, what are you doing? What? What was that? I hit auto. Don't auto. Oh. This probably won't kill now. Fuck off. Come on. My tablet is fucking this all up for me. Why do you have 0% battery? My tablet is plugged in. This sucks. I have to go from memory for the rest of this. This is a DRD on the Yakuza strong arm. This sucks. Yeah, my tablet just is freaking dead. My tablet is plugged in and it's dead. What the hell, tablet? Okay, we're on floor 5, so we get this. No, it's plugged into my PC, and apparently my PC USB port doesn't plug it up faster than it drains battery, which is pathetic. Which is absolutely pathetic. This is a crappy tablet. It drains battery so fast. I'll have to plug it into the wall for future runs rather than into my PC. I'll just have to let it hopefully charge up and trickle charge for a while. And hopefully my memory will be good enough for the future fights. So I can hopefully get it back in a little bit. Alright, this one was different. We wanted to head trauma King Joe and see if that changed anything. Are you fucking kidding me? That's dumb. Fucking enemies got in the way of the head trauma. That's fine. Goodbye, King Joe. You serious, King Joe? That's ridiculous. This fighting arena is not part of the story. But this chapter has a massive difficulty spike. It is a massive difficulty spike. So we need the XP, we need some materials, we need some money. And this is the fastest way we can get it.
頑張ります奥の手当たって
We also get a piece of equipment in floor 11 that despawns fight spawns for the rest of the round. Which is convenient. Not life-changing, but convenient. So this chapter is going to lose time because previously I was not getting the Hari's amulet. As well as we're going to be losing time because of all the freaking mistakes I've made because of bad arena and not having my notes on.
風ますしこれはやばい見せてやる誰に当たるかな
Okay. 410. Is a very simple fight. We guard this one. We guard that one because this is all it takes. Goodbye. Pick up this. Do an extra fight. So we're expected to lose time. Get the Notorious VIP. This is Gary Buster Holmes. Nice boost. Darts. Unfortunate you're still alive. Ichi can't have another turn. Fuck off. If Ichi had another turn, he would die. Forgot that this floor crits. God damn. Screw this tablet. Lose about a minute there. West Shokcho. Fuck off. Well, we have to do this remaining part from memory. Sucks. Ah. Oh, come on. Oh shoot, I need to gear. Back to the mall. Oh my god. I'm not gonna get the burger. I don't think the burger helps us. No, fuck. I didn't mean to buy that. Wanted to buy 2 rocket launchers. I fucked up my money now. Sell, now we need Damascus, 2 Chinese, and it was the treasure king. Oh, fuck. Eugene show. Election office. It's not plus 11 minutes, it's plus 11 seconds. God, this sucks having to do this from memory. I hope that didn't fuck with our... Oh, that will fuck with our...
開けてみるか。やったぜ。
That purchase may have fucked me because that
開けてみるか。開いたぜ。
cost me a ton of money. Come on!
開けてみるか。やったぜ。
Yeah, this run might be crap now. To the workshop. How much money do we have? Yep. This run's dead. Ah, the run's dead.
こと
よっ。ん
Run's dead. That purchase was like nearly 1,000,000 yen. I'm gonna see if I can salvage it by selling stuff, but this run's dead. Throwing cards, farmer's guitar, cane blade, metal ruler, crowbar, traffic, broom, lumber, that. Don't need one of these. Don't need this. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need. There's nothing that we're selling that's gonna be enough. Yeah, not even close. Not even close. We'll see how much we can buy. But yeah, that basically killed the run.
めっちゃいい感じ
Yep.
ここをこうしあとちょっとここをこうし最後の仕上げあとちょっとめっちゃいい感じ
Yeah, that's run dead. Fuck. That sucks. That sucks. Finding more and more things that the having a setup appropriate for PC is disadvantage or not advantageous for me because I can't, because this game, while the game is running like this, it accepts mouse inputs. I don't want it to accept mouse inputs. I don't want it to accept mouse inputs at all. But I can't specify. Like, these are the controls for it. But as soon as I start using mouse, it transfers over to mouse. Normally, on the other runs that I've run on PC, I can have my mouse off the game and just scroll through my notes. But in this, it won't let me do that, so I have my tablet up for being able to see the notes. My tablet sucks and is super old. My tablet sucks and is super old, so it really can't handle it. It really can't handle it. It was plugged in the entire time into my PC and it still died. Yay. Yeah, there's nothing I can do to... Nothing I can do to mess with that. To turn off game functionality. Unless there's, like... controller configuration? controller is just gonna do what controller do. That should be actually better. Hold on, let me. What? No. You were supposed to change that. Thank you very much. Swap to unified split pad. Done? Or do I need to export? Oh, that's personal. Sure, whatever. Okay. You didn't split it. Oh, God. Just need to remember it's left half of the touchpad. Or that's right, because it also doesn't do the. I can also do that. Okay, I don't have to use touchpad then. Need to remember that while I'm playing this, I'm not actually playing it on PS5. So the controls are ever so slightly different with the touchpad and the share button, because the share button's not a share button on PC. But that sucks. That sucks so much that the run died. That sucks. While I'm here, and while we do that, I actually want to pull up my notes and jot down some stuff real quick before we call it quits. That sucks though. 'Cause wanted chapter 7. For this fight, can GBH to darts. If low on money. The run died because I bought something I wasn't supposed to buy at the pawn shop because I was mashing X too much because I was flustered from all the stupid tablet stuff that was happening. And yeah. That item that I bought cost nearly 1 million yen. And selling that back to the pawn shop only netted me 100,000 of that yen back. So yeah, I don't have enough money to do the upgrades and stuff. What were the other things I was going to? I'm gonna keep those on. Yeah, it was very rude, very unfortunate. Wasn't the only mistake we made, but that sucks. It was a very good pace. It was looking like a 332 pace is what we were going on. And we just hecked it up. And in part because I just got flustered. I got flustered as soon as my freaking tablet just died. And then it started messing with what the game would be accepting for inputs. Because whenever I was unplugging and replugging in the tablet, it kept clicking off the game, so the game wouldn't accept inputs. That's frustrating. That's very frustrating. Yeah, and dang it. That sucks. That definitely just sucks. And I wanted to finish another run today to get more comparison point for keeping Harides versus not keeping Harides, because in the end, the extra fight that we take in the Coliseum doesn't, or it costs us like 30 to 40 seconds of in-game time. And I'm not sure Harides Amulet gives you that back in terms of time. If you're lucky and you play well, I think it is more efficient to not get Harides Amulet. But I think I'm gonna keep it back in at least until I can finish a run with it. At least I can finish until I can finish a run with it. Ay. I can run through the chapters at least for what it's worth. Chapter 1 was just good. Chapter 2, we had a couple taunts and some weird Sawashiro stuff, but that's fine. Chapter 3, it's 11 seconds. It's not 11 minutes. Chapter 3 only lasts 3 seconds. Chapter 4 was great, except for the final fight in the Sayuri Clan HQ. Ida got a heal off. I wasted too much MP from Ichi. Nanva got taunted, so that cost me like 30 ish 30, 40 seconds or so. Still ended up being very good. Chapter 5 was excellent, no mistakes, which caught me all that minute of time save. Minute and a half of time save, actually. Chapter 6 was just good. 7 through 10 were neutral. 11 could have been better because we got into that fight spawn and messed up a paralysis prongs onto the main target and accidentally paralysis prong them. 10 was great. Could have been a like 15 seconds or so faster if I tag teamed Mapachi instead of the ad. But what can you do? But yeah. And then yeah, the arena was slow because my freaking tablet died, and then I menued wrong, and the run died. Such as it goes. We got like a minute though for worth of gold splits, which I'll take. Seeing that the sum of best go below 330 is great. It is great to see. But yeah, that'll have to be it for me today. I don't have enough time for another run, and I gotta do some other stuff. Today. So, that sucks. That sucks to have a run in that way, but thus is the way when this game is routed pretty tightly in terms of money routing and stuff like that. But such is the way. My tablet died, so I couldn't see my notes anymore. Then that got me all flustered, and then I went to go buy more rocket launchers and accidentally bought another piece of equipment that you're not supposed to buy. And the reason you don't buy it is because it's 1,000,000 yen. And then I sold that back to the shop for a paltry 100,000, and I didn't have enough money to do what I needed to do for upgrades. So, killed the run. I wouldn't have enough damage. I wouldn't have enough damage, and I would be going off of memory. I'd be going off of memory alone because this tablet sucks. It sucks. Well, that's fine. We got like a minute's worth of gold splits. Still lots of time to save from further practice and execution with a smidge of RNG to boot. But I'm liking where the strategies are coming in, where the strategies are coming in that I've implemented. But yeah, that'll have to be it for me. I'll be back for a lot of crap next weekend. Friday night, I will be doing a Hollow Knight randomizer race with Dan. Randomizer has new settings and they're wild, and I'm really excited. And it's always fun to race Dan. On Saturday, the Neighborhood Watch is doing a bunch of speedrun related things. And we're going to be hanging out on a call and chatting for good chunks of them. So that'll be a lot of fun on Saturday. And Saturday is when I'm going to be doing my run of Yakuza Like a Dragon. And Sunday, earlier on, I'll be doing a race in Mario Galaxy with Will, with Shriveling Fire. So yeah, lots of racing and speedy times ahead next weekend. You're welcome, Inflict. Thanks for hanging out. I wish it didn't turn out that way, but eesh, we had to do lots of finagling. But we did find, thanks to your quick thinking, we did find that we can just, if we need to save money, we can Gary Buster Holmes the fight we normally use Robson on in Chapter 7. It's one turn slower, but it costs 40,000 yen less. And that 40,000 yen kept this run going. But yeah. So yeah, got lots of things I'm doing next week. But that's when I will be back next. I might be back earlier on maybe Thursday. Maybe Thursday and a maybe Wednesday for some other stuff, but for sure Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I will be streaming next week. But yeah, who's live that we can go say hi to? Froob is back to running more Yakuza Like a Dragon. And Froob did a Lost Judgment at AGQ, and that was awesome. You should check the VOD of that one out. We don't get to raid Chair ever. We can go say hi to Chair. Yeah, let's go say hi to Chair. Yep, not a space. But yeah. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out. I appreciate it. This is a wild ride of a run, but we'll get there. There's like quite a few runners now that are aiming for the sub 3:30 time in Yakuza Like a Dragon. God, it'd be great if I could get that. It's kind of the goal at the moment. Because I know I can definitely do better than my 3:30, 3:58. Sub 3:32 is very feasible for my current skill level. God, I want to see that sub 3:30 though. That'll be a huge milestone for this run, and probably the last huge milestone that we're gonna get. Because hoo boy, it's gonna be tough to get any lower than that. Because like the communal sum of best is maybe like a 325. And that's not gonna happen ever in a single run. But yeah, I'll be back next weekend for lots of stuff, for lots of speedy stuff on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Have yourselves a wonderful night, and go eat some love over the chair. All right, goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.